today I'm taking a look at the Alpha Flight box set. Well, basically got this box set to help wrap up my Legends. I had Heather over here from that Marvel Legends collection I bought, but I wanted the rest because, well, I wanted the team. I mean, I'm a big fan of Alpha Flight. I always liked it. Thought it was a cool comic. A lot of people disagree with me, and I don't care. I like Alpha Flight. So I finally found the box set on sale, and somebody gave me it wasn't, you know, it was above retail but below the going rate. So we'll say it that way. So I'm going to take a look at all 6 figures here in a moment, and probably talk about Heather Lee, so I'll get her out of the way first, and then maybe even put the whole team together. Ooh, wow, isn't that special? Alright, let's bring Heather up first, and she's Heather. It's a lot cleaner than the one I have. I'll probably keep this one as the main and probably sell the other one off. You know, I don't know, a lot of people hate this character. I never knew why. I guess today's culture, she'd be a woke kind of political thing because, you know, she dared to lead Alpha Flight after her husband's death. But yeah, she's got open hands and a fist, and her ponytail can spin around, so that can create some fun things. Though, I mean, you can do this as a flying pose, and you know, overall, it's okay figure. Like I remember this right here, the discoloration a little bit with the red and the white. You know, that's a thing, which is a shame, but and you know, she doesn't match up to her husband very well. That was another thing that I thought was a shame, but that is what is, you know. Anyway, moving on. Up next, Snowbird. Snowbird, not my favorite character, but she wasn't terrible. I mean, she was just, she did have some bad storylines. I remember she kind of went nuts there for a little bit. She's got a little problem with her feet. They won't let me push them forward so that she's not leaning back and falling down. Or is it that I can't stand anything? I don't know. Yeah, nah, it's got to be I can't stand anything because, you know, Hasbro can't have problems. Anyway, you know, what can I say? I do like, you know, that, you know, she's shiny there and she's got that little, I don't think that thing has a name, but it's, you know, it looks like a gem in her forehead. You know, I remember the Marvel Universe version was just a bird that came with Puck. That was kind of funny. So yeah, I'm having a leaner on the wall there. I kind of don't like that the cape is kind of stuck in a windswept position. You know, I mean, the cape is soft, kind of soft, not very, but you know, it could have been better. So, you know, my least favorite character of the bunch, and you know, not a great figure either, so she's easily the bottom of the barrel of this one. But you know, she's got the standard articulation, single jointed arms, because women cannot oh, I'm sorry, I hit the camera, dude. Women cannot possibly bend fully like men can, right? I mean, no way, no how, no how, no way. Next up, Puck. Alright, Puck. Probably my favorite member of Alpha Flight. I just want to see if he can do it. He should be able to. What? You're not going to let him stand on his head? Oh man, come on. Anyway, he's super strong and 3 foot tall. And pretty good acrobatic. And he's actually semi-posable. It was shocking that he has articulation, because normally with short characters, Hasbro tries not to give you any articulation, but he has some, so that's pretty impressive. I mean, To me, you know, if you ever had a short character that needed super articulation, it is Puck. Puck is also a really good friend of Wolverine. That should be noted. And, you know, I mean, he's a good character. I mean, he's fun to read about and fun to enjoy. And the figure, I mean, I like it. I mean, and this is one of the more expensive figures of this set because he's probably one of the more popular characters ever in Alpha Flight that I recall. I always liked him. I thought he was really cool. And, you know, some people agree with me, some don't. I think he did have a dumb storyline where he was being tall again, although he wasn't super tall. I mean, he was like 5'3" or 5'4" or something like that. So it's like, you know, yeah, he wasn't short like this, but, you know, it just didn't work. It just was a weird storyline. I didn't like it. I was not enamored by it, and so anyway, let me see. He does have holes in his feet in case he needs it, but you know what? I don't think he does. I think he can stand pretty good on his own. You know, because I can't stand a figure. I've got no skill. Yeah, no, I'm being a bitch about that one. Next up is Shaman. Shaman's a cool character. His daughter Talisman filled in his spot for a while, and you know, he's pretty awesome. I do like him, and I like the figure too. You know, the figure looks really good. I mean, it matches his comic appearance really well, really well, and yeah, it's just pretty cool. I wonder if I could get him into, I'm going to try to get him into like a meditation stance here really quick. I bet I can. But, you know, otherwise, normal articulation that you get from Marvel Legends, as we are all aware. Almost. I mean, yeah, almost. I could probably do it if I worked at it a little longer, but not going to, because that's going to be boring for you guys watching. I always liked Shaman, though. I always thought he was really cool and one of my favorites of the team. I mean, he was different. He was kind of like, you know, Doctor Strange meets the Medicine Man. It was like, you know, really cool. And I like these hands, you know. None of these come with accessories, so there's no swappable hands. But I like these because, yeah, they're graspy hands, but they look like you can pose them as if he's doing magic. So that's kind of cool. And Shaman's magic was pretty, it wasn't your average magic. It was pretty different, and he didn't do this weird kind of gestures that you see like in Doctor Strange or anything. Some say, well, it's because there was no originality in it. I say it was just, you know, kind of what the character was. I mean, it was a different kind of magic. I dig him, though. He was one of the main reasons I wanted this set, because I do like the character. Am I seeing? I think I'm seeing paint flick, which is a shame because, you know, this is just, it's been out of the box for a couple of weeks, but I've not moved it around or anything, so that's pretty much a shame. I like him, though. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I can see why some people did pass on the set because it's Alpha Flight, man. Alpha Flight is not everybody's cup of tea. I dig it. And, oh look, yeah, he's got his little, oh, that thing has a name. But anyway, I forgot it. It's been a long time since I read Alpha Flight, but, yeah, it's still kind of cool. So, up next, I'm going to do these together because they are pretty much, for a long time, they couldn't use their powers without the other one being around. Used to have to hold hands to use their powers. Eventually they got over that. I kind of would have liked it if they had possibly done something to mimic that with their hands. That would have been fun. As you see, she has an open hand. He has two fists. So it's not going to work. But Aurora and North Star. I could be wrong here, but it looks to me like the plastic is not matching up so that they can look similar. Yeah. Looks like North Star's done a little differently, more marbleized, whereas Aurora is more, I want to say painted on? Yeah, and a little more shiny, which is weird. Yeah, so, yeah, these two are French-Canadian. They were kind of joined at the hip originally in the original series. It actually was pretty good, I thought. I think there for a little bit there was some kind of hint of, like, you know, what they did with unfortunately Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in the Ultimates. I think they canned that really quick though. I think they decided, oh no, and you know, then in Ultimates 3, let's hit you over the head with it and make sure you understand that this is a bad thing. But brother and sister right here. Of course, we know North Star goes on to become the first gay character revealed in comic books, and also the first gay character to marry in comic books, if I'm not mistaken. That was kind of interesting. Aurora, I don't think she's done anything like that. So, good job, brother. I do not reach your potential. And, you know, these two were really cool. Had some interesting storylines in the comics. I can't think of any one of them being bad. That's not to say they were all great, but I don't remember any being bad, so that's saying something. So yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, you know, again, standard. I mean, it's Marvel Legends articulation. What do you expect? Single joints on the woman, of course. You know, that's what we do here at Marvel Legends. I mean, they're still doing it, so why shouldn't they? I mean, at this point, I think they've only released like half a dozen double jointed arms on females. So it's like, well, of course, this is what they do. This is what they are. It's a little annoying to realize that, you know, we don't think women can move the same as men, even though it's not complicated to do. Yeah, so overall, I mean, I'm going to say I like this set overall. It's pretty interesting, and it's a whole team almost. And I've got the other two members standing by, but it's almost a whole team in a box set, and that's what I think a box set should be. Even if, you know, you got a character you don't particularly like, or, you know, you feel a little let down by the figure, you got the whole team done in a one shot. So that's pretty cool, and I think that's, yeah, I mean, what else can you say? I mean, you got the whole team in one shot, and I think that's how it should be. You know, you don't wait years and years to finish the team. Now, the rest of this team finished up with Guardian in another wave and the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure, of course. So, give me a moment, I'm going to pause, and then I'll have all them down, and we'll have them all together. And there we go, that's all the members of Alpha Flight together, at least the opening core members, except for Vindicator, who came along many years later. She went as Guardian for a while, and then back to Vindicator when her husband came back from the dead. Because nobody stays dead in comics, even though he stayed dead for, what, 70 issues, something like that. But anyway, I did finally unfuse Snowbird's ankles, so she's able to move around now, so now I can stand her. Oh wait, I can't stand an action figure, so I don't. Am I bitter? I don't know. It just was weird, man. It was just weird kind of insult to throw at somebody. Over Vipra. But anyway. Anyway, I do dig this. I dig that I have this team together mostly, and you know, there's a couple others like Box and a few other characters they could pop in there. They get some more expanded Alpha Flight, but you know, if they stop here, they stop here, and it's fine. You know, if they started trying to do updates to all these guys, I don't think I'd bother, because why? I mean, it's perfectly fine as they are. I mean, if they were going to do updates, you needed to do those when, you should have started out with the updates. Because this is not a team that's going to get revisited in the near future. I think there's about almost 7 years between the two versions of Guardian, maybe longer. Yeah, I don't see them revisiting it. Well, Sasquatch was a Build-A-Figure, so I mean, I just don't see them revisiting this team. So get them out of the way, get them done, and move on. At the same time, I mean, we say the same thing about, like New Warriors and stuff like that. It's like, get it done, and they kind of half-ass it. At least here, for the most part, these guys are in uniforms that work with this team. I think these are all the original uniforms they wore. Then again, there's not a whole lot of variation with Alpha Flight. There was a small experiment in the 90s, I think, where they wore all something kind of reverse of Guardian and Vindicator a lot. It was ugly, didn't work. I didn't understand the reverse Canadian flag, to be perfectly honest, and glad they didn't even try to go with those. The 90s. And you know it when you see it. It's just all the lines and all the weird costumes and everything. It's just horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. But I like that I got this team. I'm glad they're here. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy, happy, happy. Alright, these guys are going into the storage bin because gotta wait on that shelving. And if you're feeling really, really cocky, you can just add Wolverine in here. He was part of the team. I know it's a joke. I did that as a joke. It's X-Force Wolverine. It would be like Tiger Stripe Wolverine would be the one you wanted to do. I have it over here. I just was making a joke with the Tiger Force. But you could do that. And that would be perfectly acceptable and logical. So, yeah. Alright, that will wrap up this episode of Canadian Underground. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuffs. And we'll catch you later. Peace out, man.